Welcome back to part 9 of the Jurassic Park Part 2 tutorial. Today we'll be looking at Biosyn headquarters. So for this level, the key behind this level is conserving your ammunition, because if you're going to do some of the ammo skips, then you will be cutting your ammo quite close. There are quite a few ammo caches, so you might not worry about that if you're going to pick them up, but they are kind of out of the way, and you will lose quite a bit of time if you pick them up. But if you decide to skip them, you are going to need to kind of figure out what you need to do with your ammo. So I'll show everything. I'll show all the strats, obviously. And let's just get into it. So right off the bat, we're going to shoot the big guy, the guy in the tuxedo. If you don't shoot him, then you'll get extra spawns. I'll show that real quick, actually. So if you forget to shoot him or don't shoot him fast enough, you'll get extra spawns, which they're not too bad to deal with. You can just do that. You might only need to kill one of those running guys. Now continuing on, we're gonna be using our shotgun for the most part throughout this level. So right here you want to kind of hesitate when you fall down, because those running soldiers are in a bad spot to where if you just hold forward, then you will get hit by them. So I'll show that real quick. So if I just held forward the entire time, then I would get knocked down. So what you want to do is you just want to pause as you're falling just for a split second and continue on. So once you start falling, just stop moving for a sec and continue on. Right here, I like to get to the top of the far right ladder and then jump over. Like this. You can make that jump like that. You do need to be at the very top though. If you're not, then you'll miss and you'll just grab the ladder. But you do want to be careful if you're on the left side, because the grenade is flying right overhead. So you don't want to accidentally jump up into it like that. So that's something to be aware of. If you're on the right side, then the grenadier won't spawn in, and you'll be able to jump over with plenty of time before he spawns in. Okay, continuing. I like to shoot down diagonally with my machine gun, just like that, so I can kill that guy. Otherwise, you'll be past him and he might take a shot at you. So just shoot diagonally down and continue on. Now right here, this level has a bunch of flamers that are going to be perched on top of these ramps. So they're going to be a little bit tricky to kill. So you can, if you want to, you can go slow and just kill them like this. Do something like that. I would recommend doing this. Pretty much whenever you see a ramp, you want to take it slowly. Because when you're learning this level, it can be kind of hard to remember when there are flamers, because there's a bunch on this level. So anytime you come across a ramp, then just take it slowly, and you can kill the flamer like that. Now, if you want to go fast, you can get out your shotgun, and then we can just run right through him without slowing down, taking minimal damage. Now, to do that, we are going to count the lines on the ramp. So we're at the base of the ramp. Now I'm in front of the first line, the second line, and the third line. Once you reach the third line, that's when you're going to jump and shoot. So you're going to jump and shoot, and then jump and shoot again to get the second shot in. So I'll do that again. So count to the third line, jump and shoot. Oh well, let me get out my shotgun actually, that'll be better. Third line is jump, and you can do that. You can see I just took maybe one tick of damage during that. So the third line, just jump and shoot, and then jump and shoot again. And that time I actually managed to get past without getting hit at all. So that's what we're going to do for the fast strats on these flamers that are on top of the ramps. But anytime we come across any of those flamers, you can take them slowly. So we're going to continue on now. Right here, we're going to jump over these guys. We don't need to kill them. Again, I would recommend saving as much ammo as you can if you're not going to pick up any of the ammo caches. Because again, if you're going to skip them, you're going to cut your ammo really close. So at any point, you don't need to shoot any of your weapons, then I would recommend not doing that. So like those two guys, you can just jump over. So right here, we're going to fall down this ladder. And typically what I do in full game runs is I will grab the bottom of this ladder to avoid taking fall damage. Because if you see, if I fall down, I will be taking quite a bit of fall damage. So grab the very end of the ladder to avoid that fall damage. And if you grab the very bottom of the ladder, then you can actually avoid getting shot by this guy. It's actually kind of hard to do. You have to get it pretty close. As you can see, he missed me that time. If you grab it a little bit further up, then he'll shoot you. So it'll be something like that. Now, there is an ammo cache. I'm not familiar with getting this one, so I don't know the proper strats. But it seems like if you just jump over, jump like that, and then you'll jump inside this flamer. Then you can shoot him like that, pick up the ammo cache, and continue on. I don't ever get this ammo, so that's why I'm kind of failing at this strat to do it. So it just seems like, do this, as soon as you land, just jump, jump. Just do 3 jumps. You can do this. I'm just figuring this out on the fly, if I'm going to be honest. So 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3. Wait for his fire cycle to pass, and then you can safely make it. But if you're going to skip that one, I would probably skip that one, to be honest, because that one's actually kind of difficult to get to. So anyways, we're going to continue on. So go to the right, shoot that guy. There I'll shoot diagonally down, because he will be in a position to where if you don't shoot him, he will run into you and you'll get knocked down. And I will show you that real quick. So if you don't shoot diagonally down, then he'll probably hit you. See if I can even jump past him. Okay, so you can jump past him, but I stand corrected. But again, I just shoot down like that, and you'll kill him every time. Okay, continuing on. Once you reach the top of this ladder, you do need to be aware of this flamer who's going to come walking in from the left. So you can do that. As soon as you get to the top of the ladder, just start shooting your shotgun. That's pretty easy to do. But of course, you can always take it safe. Just approach him, duck down, and do that. Now, on the top of these ladders, there are going to be there's going to be a bazooka perched right here. Now, this part's a little bit tricky if you're going to take it fast. If you're going to be slow, it's pretty easy. You can just get to the top of the ladder and kill him like this. But you do want to be aware, if you climb too high up, he will shoot you. So, like that. So, don't do that. If you plan on killing him, just barely peek over the top and kill him like that. And then watch out for the second one and continue on. But to do this fast, what you can do is you'll do 2 jumps on this left ladder, and then on the second one you'll jump over to the right. And then that'll put you in a pretty good position to where the first bazooka will shoot over you, and then you can jump up and continue on. So I'll show you what that looks like. So 2 jumps on the left side. 1, 2. Wait for the first one to pass over, and then you can continue on. depending on how fast you are during that section, you'll probably need to pause in the air as you're jumping between the two bazookas. As you can see, that attempt, I had to hesitate just a little bit, just because the bazookas are probably going to be in a bad position. So I'll show that again. So just pause in the air so that one can pass under you, and you can continue on. Moving forward, this part right here. So there's this guy standing down here, and he is just barely out of position to where you'll need to stop to kill him. If you don't kill him, then he'll probably shoot you once you get onto the ladder. Here, I'll show that. I'm at a bad spot, but so if I don't stop to shoot him, then he will take a shot at me as I'm on the ladder. And to avoid that, all you need to do is just, as you're falling, just stop just for a little bit and shoot him like that. Now there is an ammo cache to the right of us. This jump is actually kind of tricky. If you do want to get this ammo cache, you do need to watch out for this flamer. And pick up the ammo like that. That ladder, you can actually make it up pretty quickly without having to worry about this grenadier. You don't want to take this final jump like a really wide berth to the right. Otherwise, you might get hit by the grenade. So just jump up, and you can easily make it like that. Now, it should be noted, as I'm jumping up, I will have my machine gun at the ready, because we're going to be doing some ammo switches. We're going to be switching between our machine gun and our shotgun. And this strat is just for saving ammo, saving your shotgun ammo. If you don't worry about saving your shotgun ammo, then you can just keep out your shotgun as you're running through these guys. You can just do this the entire time. Again, that's if you've picked up a bunch of ammo, or if you plan on picking up a bunch of ammo. But otherwise, we are going to switch between our machine gun a few times. So the first guy, using a machine gun, switch to the shotgun. Shotgun, machine gun, shotgun. So that's a little bit tricky to remember. Just start off with a shotgun. Keep the shotgun out if you're going to go fast. And you'll do something like that. One thing to note about this last guy here, I'll do it again. Machine gun, shotgun, shotgun, and then machine gun. Now right here, it is very important you do not jump. And the reason behind that is because of the flamer that's spawned directly above us. If you jump while down below here, then he will spawn in early. And I'll just show what his spawn will look like. So as you can see, he came in pretty late on this ladder. But if you jumped down below, then he will spawn in early, and he will reach the ladder before you even make it to the top. So let's say I just jumped to get over that guy. As you can see, he's much quicker this time. So if you don't jump, you can get up a lot faster, way before he is able to make it to the edge. So at any point you're down here, don't jump like this. He actually didn't spawn in that time. Don't jump at all, because again, he will make it over to you. And you can't get up there before he makes it. And you can't even duck down on the edge of the ledge. So at this point, just don't jump down, or don't jump. And you do want to make it up the ladder quickly. If you're just hanging out down here, going kind of slow, then he'll spawn in. And if he spawns in, then it's pretty tough to get past. You'll have to wait for his flame cycle, like this. Wait for it to pass, take a shot at him like that, and do something like that. I would not recommend doing that because it's pretty slow and quite dangerous, but there's a good chance when you're learning this game you might end up having to do that. But again, once you're on this part, just don't jump, go fast up the ladder, and you'll be able to make it. Alright, so right here, we're going to shoot this guy. Now these running soldiers down here, again, they're in a bad spot to where if you just walk off, then they'll run into you and you'll get knocked down. They weren't there that time just because they despawned, but if you're coming in from the left and you just walk off like this, then they'll run into you. And even if you can jump, even if you try to jump over them, they'll still hit you like that. So what you need to do is, as soon as you walk off the edge, you just need to stop moving, just for a little bit. So, just like before, just stop moving for a split second, and you can jump over everything. Alright, continuing on, we are going to have another flamer perched on top of this ramp. As you can see, there he is. You can do whatever safe strat you'd like. Just slowly approach him and shoot him like this. Pick up the ammo and continue on. This is the one ammo, or one of two ammo caches that I do pick up. If you plan on skipping some of the ammo caches, you are going to need to pick up at least this one, just because ammo is very scarce if you're doing ammo skips. So definitely pick up this one since it's right here. If you're gonna go fast and kill this flamer, just like the first one on that first ramp, instead of counting 3 lines, because now we're way too close, all we're gonna do is we're gonna jump at the base of the ramp, and we're gonna do the same shooting patterns. So when we get to the base of the ramp, just jump and shoot, and then jump and shoot again. So like this, just like that. And you'll take minimal damage. So I'll do it again. Just like that. And then you definitely want to pick up this health. So ideally, you'll have full health if you're going for all the fastest strats. There are a few more health kits along the way that you can pick up if you'd like. But for now, you're going to want to have full health if you're going to do the fastest strats. But otherwise, it's okay if you don't have full health, because there are going to be some more health kits along the way. So this part is a little bit interesting. So we can drop down this ladder, and we're going to have this flamer, which you can kill by any means. And there's going to be a second flamer coming in, just like that. And we'll continue on. Now there are a few different things you can do. So what I do is I'll have out my shotgun, grab the bottom of the ladder, and jump down. Shoot him like that, and then just quickly shoot again to kill the second flamer. So that's what I do in my runs. Now there is a secret, super risky strat, which involves you dropping down onto the first flamer and having to despawn the second flamer. So in order to do that, I would not recommend doing this, but I'm just going to show it off anyways. So we're going to want to hit our face onto this far wall. And if you do that, that will despawn the second flamer. And when you do this, you are going to take fall damage. So I'll just demonstrate what this looks like. We're going to land inside the first flamer so he doesn't kill us. And then the second flamer will despawn. So we'll hit our face on the far wall. And as you can see, the second flamer has despawned. Now all we have to do is deal with this flamer. and we can continue on. But as you can see, I had full health, and I have taken a lot of fall damage. So that's the risky part about this strat, just having to deal with that fall damage. The lineup for falling down, by the way, is you want to look at this line. So this line that I'm directly in front of is where you want to fall down in front of. So when I do the full jump, I'll look for that line. It'll be the first line past the wall, and I'll stop right in front of that line. And as you can see, I'll be safe, and the second flamer is gone. Now to do this optimally, as you're falling, you'll take your first shot, and then you'll jump again to kill him again. So it'll look like this. Okay, I missed it just a little bit. So it'll look like that. That's how it's done optimally, and that only saves about a second, by the way. So again, I would not recommend doing this, but I figure I might as well show all the strats. So otherwise, just do the safe strats. Drop down and shoot them like that. I would recommend doing that, and not the drop down strat. Alright, so continuing on, we are going to jump up this ladder, but there is an ammo, or not an ammo, a health kit that I figure I might as well mention. There's actually two ammo, or health kits in this part. This first one is actually quite a bit slower to grab, so I wouldn't recommend getting this one. But it's at the end of this hallway. It's right here, you can just grab it if you'd like. I probably wouldn't recommend getting that one, because there's one on the top of this ladder that's much closer. So you can grab that one if you'd like. If you do grab one of those health kits, it would definitely be this one. I would definitely recommend grabbing this one. Now, continuing on, we have another flamer that's stood on top of the ladder. And we can't get to the top of the ladder, because otherwise he'll just shoot us like this. So you don't want to do that. In order to kill him safely, we will need to wait for his flame cycle to end. Jump up like that, and take a shot at him. Do it one more time, and we can continue on. Now, we can get past him fast, and we're simply just going to brute force our way through it. So we'll jump to the top of the ladder, and shoot twice with our shotgun very fast. So it'll look like this. And once you get to the top, as you can notice, I did a second jump after I landed on the ledge. And that's again just to avoid taking as much damage as possible. So get to the top, shoot twice, and then jump a second time once you reach to the top. Just like that. And otherwise, I just take it safe and slow, wait for his flame to end, and do that. Continuing on, I'm going to make a save right here, because there's another pretty cool strat we can do. So, the safe way to do this section is we'll just drop down off this rail and duck down immediately. And we can shoot him like this, the flamer and the running soldier. So just drop down, immediately duck, and just start shooting them. And we can continue on. But now, you can make it without slowing down. Although this is a pretty risky strat. So I'll have out my shotgun. And let me just kill them actually, just so I can show you the lineups. So as soon as you drop down, you can see this dark, cracked part on the wall. As soon as you pass in front of this, so right here, Then I'm going to shoot and jump at the same time. And then I'll look diagonally down to kill him, the flamer, with the second shot. And then I'll shoot a second time while in the air, diagonally down, to kill the running soldier. So 3 shots in total during this sequence. 2 for the flamer and 1 for the running soldier. So it'll look like this. So like that. And as you can see, I actually took maybe 1 pixel of damage. But that's pretty lucky, to be honest. Usually you take a bit more. So 3 shots. Just like that. Again, the first one is right when you pass that dark cracked spot. That dark cracked spot on the wall. Oh. So just... Okay, I think I jumped a little early that time. Sometimes that'll happen. That's probably the best case scenario, is if you just get knocked down by the running soldier. Because that way you get invincibility frames. But, yeah. So you'll shoot the first time, and then as you're shooting diagonally down, you'll be shooting really fast, just so you can get that third shot off to kill the running soldier, so he doesn't knock you down. Okay, this is a pretty risky strat. I wouldn't recommend doing this quite yet, only until you're comfortable, until you're going for a really good time. Otherwise, just play it safe. Just duck down, do something like this, and continue on. I'll keep up my shotgun to kill that second guy, just so I don't have to worry about switching back and forth. Okay, just like that. Now, there's going to be a flamer on top of this ramp. As you can see, there he is. Once again, you could do it safe, just go slow like that. Or you can go fast and not slow down, and do that jumping shooting strat. Now, this one's going to be the exact same as the first flamer that we killed on top of the first ramp. So, just like before, we'll count 3 lines on the ramp. So 1, 2, 3. Once we reach the third one, we will jump and start shooting. Just like that. And then that last running soldier will shoot a third time so we can kill him. So here it is. 1, 2, 3. And then shoot a third time. So, oops. And you actually don't even need to shoot the last running soldier. If you want to save ammo, you can jump over him. So 1, 2, 3. And jump over him, or shoot him if you'd like. I'll probably recommend jumping over him just so you make sure he doesn't shoot you. Just to save a little bit of health. But you can shoot him if you'd like. Moving on. I like to bring out my machine gun, running up to this guy right here. You can kill him like that. You can use your shotgun if you'd like, but I, again, like to save my shotgun ammo. And I'll use my machine gun. The machine gun is probably a little bit riskier, because again, he might take a shot at you. As you can see, he did that time. But otherwise, you can use whatever. Okay, so these soldiers down here. Once again, it's a common theme with this level. If you decide to just run off, then they'll be in a bad spot to where they'll hit you and you'll get knocked down. So once we reach that ledge, we're just going to do a jump. Just do a small jump and finish him off with your shotgun or machine gun, whichever one. But if you don't do a jump, if you forget, as you can see, they'll be in a bad spot and you'll get knocked down. So we'll just do a small jump. And I didn't kill him fast enough that time. Just like that. Alright, so next up, this is going to be a crossroad. So down here we have a health kit and an ammo cache. So for starters, I would definitely recommend picking these up. I wouldn't recommend grabbing the ladder unless you're super low on health. You do take I think it's 1 pixel of fall damage. So yeah, it's just minimal damage. Actually, it's 2 pixels of fall damage for that fall. So you probably would be able to just run off and do that. Don't even worry about grabbing the ladder. And then you can continue on like this. But if you're gonna skip them, then we'll just skip them like that. Now it's at this point where I'm going to be switching back and forth between my machine gun and my shotgun while taking out some of these flamers. So starting with this flamer, I'm going to shoot him first with a machine gun barrage, then I'll switch over to my shotgun and finish him off that way. So it'll look like this. Just like that. Once you shoot your shotgun, then you'll jump over. So all it takes is about 1/3 of a second of your machine gun barrage, and then you can switch over. So it's not a long machine gun barrage. Just like that. So I'm going to be doing that for most of the flavors for the rest of the level. So to the right of us, there's nothing. You don't want to go over there. That's just a red herring. So we're going to get to the top of the ladder and just start making our way to the left. Right here, I'll get out my machine gun, drop down and shoot the first guy, and I'll shoot the second guy as well. Oh, he's in a bad spot. So drop down and then jump over that guy as I'm killing him. You do want to kill that second guy, or else he'll come up behind you and run into you. If you drop down fast enough, you can jump or drop underneath that first bullet. Although that is pretty risky to do, because again, you might just miss the ledge entirely, and that would not be good. So it might be worth it to play it safe and just take the first shot, just like that. But if you're fast enough, you can drop down and miss him. And let me get through this without taking damage. Okay, next up, there's going to be a pattern of running soldiers and grenadiers. And the lineup I do is, or the visual cue I use, is I'm going to jump as soon as I see the grenade appear on screen from the left. So as you can see, there's this grenade going to come flying in. As soon as that grenade appears, then I'll jump. And that will allow me to miss the grenade and the running soldier. So as I watch for the grenade, and then I jump. And then I'll jump a second time to get over the second guy. So jump, and then jump again. Again, you can always just run through like this if you have enough ammo. But if we're saving ammo, we'll do that strat, wait for the grenade to appear, and then we can continue on. So moving on, there is nothing to the left of us, just 2 bazookas, so don't go this way. We are going to continue to the right of us and climb up this ladder. You can make this jump from that ladder, but that jump is actually a little bit tricky. So it's safer and easier to jump on the ledge first, and then make it up like that. Now continuing on, there is a health kit to the left of this rail. Just like that. That guy will take a pot shot at you, by the way, if you come in from the left. But anyways, continuing on. Again, we're going to do our machine gun shotgun combo for some of these flamers coming up. So I'll start shooting once I pass underneath the Jurassic Park logo. You can see on the wall. So it'll be like this. Again, just a short machine gun barrage, and then finish them off with the shotgun, and then jump over. Oh, I missed it that time. So just like that. And then again, there's going to be one more flamer on top of this ramp. So again, you can go slow and shoot them like this. Or if you want to go fast and not slow down, this time we're going to jump at the base of the ramp. We're going to get out our shotgun and jump at the base of the ramp and do our jumping strats. So it'll look like this, just like that. So I'll do that full sequence again, starting off with the machine gun barrage, and then jump at the base of the ramp and get them like that. This is the ammo cache. This is one of the 2 ammo caches that I pick up during my runs, so that's one you'll definitely want to pick up. And again, it's right here. It's barely out of the way, so I would definitely recommend picking up that one. Moving on. Which, by the way, I've been showing this tutorial as I would if I were doing it in a full run when it comes to my ammo. So if you look at my ammo count right now, this is about what I would end up at if I were doing a full run, a full game run. So around 30, 31 shotgun ammo, and around 40 to 50 machine gun. So this is what we're looking at, by the way, if you're taking into account that strat, skipping most of the ammo caches. So this is what you'll be at around, give or take a few shots, obviously. So anyways, next up we're going to have another flamer, and again, I'm going to be using my machine gun and shotgun combo. I will start shooting as soon as I pass the first gray gas canisters you can see in the background. So it'll look like this. Just like that. Again, you can do whatever strat you feel necessary. If you want to go slow, you can do that. But then right here, we are going to have another flamer at the top of this ramp. But there's going to be a grenade guy just off the screen. So you can take this part slowly, but again, you do want to be aware of the grenade guy and the grenade flying in from the left or from the right. So that one's a little bit tricky to kill safely, just because you have to dodge the grenade the entire time. Now, obviously, you can do your fast strats. You can kill this flamer on top of the ramp without slowing down, just like we've been doing before. It's actually best to do it as you're shooting, or as you're killing the first flamer that we've already done. So I'll do the full sequence kind of together. But, so it'll look like this. I'll just show it off real quick. So that's what it looks like. It's done a little bit differently than what we've done before with the ramp flamers. So as you notice, as I jump over the first flamer as I'm killing him, then as I'm falling, that's when I take my first shots to kill the flamer on top of the ramp. So machine gun, shotgun, and then as I'm falling from that first jump, that's when I take my first shots. And then once I reach the base of the ramp, that's when I'll take my second shots. It's kind of confusing just hearing the words as I'm saying it. It might honestly just be best to see what I'm doing. So again, I'll do it a few more times. So as soon as I land, that's when I'll take my first shot. Just like that. And it's actually, I take my first shot right before I land, just so you can get your shots up into the air. Because if you do it, if you shoot while you're on the ground, then your shots might not make it. As you can see, they're hitting the floor. So do this. Oops. And then right before you land, you'll take your first shot. So here it is again. And then once your first shot lands, you'll just jump again and shoot again. I'll do it a few more times, just so you can get an idea of the timing. So something like that. Okay, continuing on, we're going to fall down this ramp. I'm actually going to kill this grenade guy just so I can demonstrate some things. So we're going to fall down this pit, and we're going to stay to the left side. Once you can see it open on the right, then you can grab the ladder and then just jump to the right. And you'll avoid the wrench that guy will throw at you. Again, this has probably gotten everyone who has ever played this game. If you've ever played this game, you've probably been hit by the guy throwing the wrench like this. This is a classic death that has happened to everyone who has ever played this game. So as long as you're on the left side of the ladder, then he won't spawn in, and he won't throw the wrench at you. And then you want to be at least halfway up when you jump off the ramp, or the ladder. Just that way you can safely jump over the wrench that he throws at you. Now, the fastest way to do this part, this is not something that I do in my runs. I don't do this strat. But you can fall down from the right side of the ladder. And if you grab the very bottom of the ladder, obviously the lower you grab it, the faster you'll be able to make it through. But obviously that means the more risky it is. But you'll grab the ladder as far down as you can, and then you can just drop down. You will take a little bit of fall damage though, if you do this strat. This is a very risky strat. I would not recommend doing it. But you would grab as low as you can and just continue on. But you could do this. This is not much slower at all, and you save taking some fall damage. So moving on, we're going to climb up this ladder. There is a health kit all the way to the left, or to the right. I would not recommend grabbing this one because it's just so far out of the way. Here it is right here. Then you have to go all the way back. I would not recommend grabbing that one. Unless you're extremely low on health, then maybe. But otherwise, you probably don't want to grab it, just because it's really far out of the way. But anyways, we're going to continue. We're going to climb up this ladder. This flamer at the top, we actually don't need to kill him. We're just going to jump past him and continue on to the right. If you want to be safe about it, and you want to wait for his flame cycle to end, you can do that. Just like that. You can do something like that. You can go fast and do this. That's a little bit riskier though. you'll notice that I took a wide right when I jumped to the top. That way he will stop shooting his flamer. Because if you just jump straight up, then he'll continue shooting and he won't stop. But if you take a wide right, then you'll be just out of range to where you can make it up to where he doesn't, well, where he'll stop shooting. So take a wide right and continue on. But of course, if you want to be safe about it, you can just wait till his flame cycle ends. Like that, and continue on. Alright, we are approaching the end. So this part is going to be similar to the flamer before, where you can see he'll be right there. But this time we don't have a running soldier. So you can just stand back, shoot him like this, and continue on if you want to be safe. Otherwise, you can just run past him, shoot once, and then shoot again diagonally down. So it'll look like that. You want to jump quite a bit late, otherwise you'll hit your head on the roof, as you can see, and you'll be bounced down back in front of him. So you don't want to do that. You do want to jump quite a bit late, just so you avoid the ceiling. So watch out for that if you do this fast strat. So take your first shot, wait a little bit longer than normal, and then jump and do your second diagonal shot. Just like that. So now, at the top of this ladder, there is a flamer that's going to come running in very quickly. You can't beat him. He will always be there before you can make it to the top. So what you can do is, again, you can kind of make it to the top of the ladder like this. You don't want to be at the very top, or else he'll be shooting you anyways. But you can sit right here. Yeah, there are a few spots where he'll actually hit you. But if you want to be super safe about it, just kind of stay well below his fire. Shoot him like that. And shoot him a second time. This flamer is quite a bit tricky to get past. You could even do something like that, where you take 2 shots at the top. Do something like that. You can go as slow as you like on this part, because this flamer is a bit tricky. But now you can just run past him. We'll get to the top as fast as we can, and we'll just shoot as fast as we can. So it'll look like this. So as soon as you make it to the top, just shoot twice and jump so you can get over his fire. Sometimes you'll have to do something like that, where you go to the wide right and then shoot him from there. But generally speaking, the fast strat will look like that. Just jump to the top of the ladder, shoot twice, and then jump over him. Alright, so we are now at the final room. When it comes to ammo, you want to have a bare minimum of 11 shotgun shells. If you have more than 11, then you can do the rest of this room with just your shotgun. Otherwise, you'll need to take some of these flamers a bit slow and using some of your other weapons to kill them. You'll have 2 flamers, just like this. And then we're going to have our friend Bruce again. He's going to make an appearance again. Now, as you can see, we're on the left side of him. So if you remember from Blockade, you'll remember that the left side is more dangerous because he'll be shooting out his bullets. As you can see, I'm on the left side of him, and he's shooting out 2 bullets along with his fire. But if I'm to the right of him, he only shoots out his fire. But since we're approaching him from the left, it's obviously a bit more dangerous. So I'll do this whole sequence again. If you're going to go fast with your shotgun, you can just run straight through these 2 flamers. As soon as we pass this sliding door, that's when we're going to take our first shot. And then as soon as we land from the first jump, we'll start shooting again. So shoot twice, and then shoot twice again. Now we're going to be approaching Bruce. If you have enough health, then you can just run up to him and just start unloading on him. And then, of course, you want to back away as soon as you kill him, otherwise his explosion will get you. As you can see, I was in the explosion that time. So, as you're approaching him, just start unloading and then run away from him. There is a little bit of a cheese method you can do with him. You could do something like this. You do run faster than him, so that's something you can do. If you're aware of, you can just run past him or run away from him. Because again, as long as you're out of range, he will follow you, but he won't shoot you. So just turn around, take some shots at him, and do like that. Now, as you can see, he won't go past the door. So if you want to be really safe, you can kind of keep him on the edge of the door. It actually is a little bit hard to keep him here, because he'll run away from you. But yeah, it's pretty easy to cheese this fight. Just step back and shoot him like this. Just like that. But if you're fast enough, you can just run up to him. And I was not fast enough. And just shoot him like that. When it comes to health, the lowest health I would recommend, or just for reference, if I don't do the cheese method and I'm just going to run up to him like this, the lowest amount of health I would have would be if my health bar was behind the right side of the 0 in my ammo count. As you can see, I have 19 in the first digit place. I have the 0. Let me see if I can get myself down there. So yeah, this would be probably around the lowest amount of health I would attempt this fight, doing it fast. See, as you can see, I cut it very close. If I had this much health, I would recommend just doing this, doing the cheese method, because any lower, then you're gonna be running a pretty big risk. So that's that. Anyways, that is Biosyn headquarters. Now, it's quite a long video. There's a lot going on in that level. There's a lot to memorize in that level. So that one's going to take a lot of practice to get the hang of. But anyways, I will see you in the next video.